how should the state of Texas take care of our most vulnerable children?
For months now, we've talked about the reforms at the state's Child Protective Services, but a lawmaker says what the agency might need is some time to regroup after years of multiple policy changes.
Now, KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell is here with what those planned changes are supposed to look like. Rob.
This will take a few years to unfold and roll out. State Senator Charles Schwertner of Georgetown heads the state Senate's Health and Human Services Committee. He calls the deaths of children in the state's care among the most pressing health care issues in Texas. The CPS plan to reduce that number to zero in the coming year is well underway. In fact, to keep funding going, the people in charge of CPS have been pitching a transformation plan online since late last summer.
Like you, we want to do everything in our power to ensure CPS is serving Texas children to the fullest.
This online pep talk to agency staff reaffirms the conclusion from the state's Sunset Advisory Commission that Texas Child Protective Services needs, quote, a timeout to breathe and a chance to regroup after being in near constant transition for so long. A separate outside report last year found workers spent only 26% of their time actually visiting families. Here in Central Texas, reducing the bureaucratic clutter at CPS came into sharp focus after police found the body of 2-year-old Colton Turner in southeast Austin. To help the agency modernize, more than 24 outside recommendations are already in place, like increasing the number of unannounced visits to foster homes and putting a 17-year-old computer system caseworkers use online for better field access.
We have a remarkable group of committed people who go the extra mile for some very vulnerable kids.
The plan includes better worker training and holding on to staff longer, too. The cost of that, of course, is much more than just a pep talk. Department-wide, budget data show agency salary totals over the last few years are up 13% to more than $320 million statewide.
So we're confident we can move aggressively to make changes that will make CPS a better place to work and make children safer.
And the modernized online database for caseworkers will also be accessible by state court staff and law enforcement. It's due to be completely rolled out by January 17. I'm Robert Maxwell, KXAN Investigates.
Child advocates warn there are too many children in danger. According to the Department of Family and Protective Services, 156 children died from abuse and neglect in 2013. 14 of those children were in foster care at the time. Locally, Bastrop and Caldwell counties each had one death in 2013. 2 children died from abuse or neglect in Burnett, Llano, and Williamson counties that same year. Travis County had 5 deaths, including 1 child in foster care.